This is my screencast on meeting standards 7 and 8. I did add the template that Joni provided to help meet standard 7. I retitled it as Student Resources, Accessibility, and Support, and basically copied and pasted the whole thing here. Some of this information is also in my syllabus, but the information Joni provided is more complete. I have more concerns about meeting standard 7. Standard 8. As I read the information about meeting standards 7 and 8, I began to have some concerns about some of the content I used. I believe that most of my written material is probably accessible, although I think it probably could be better with better use of style headings from Word rather than using my own headings, which I tend to do. So I could redo all my documents. However, I can't do that this evening. But that's something to consider. That's something to consider to increase accessibility. Also, I'm a little worried about some of the elements of my module. My Panopto recording is based on a PowerPoint, and so students will be able to see the PowerPoint if they're unable to hear, but they would not get everything because I added some content as I went through. Now, some of that content is in the notes pages, and actually in the way that I recorded the Panopto, I recorded my screen, and I never did shift it actually to the slide view, which might be an advantage here because they can see my notes. But I do wonder about that. I also wondered about how well a screen reader would handle the precede proceed PowerPoint that I borrowed from another source. So I would have concerns about those two things. The self-efficacy and social cognitive theory, Panopto, that information really is all in their textbook. I just chose to highlight it as another way to learn about theory besides reading the textbook. And that is also true for the precede-proceed model. So both of those things are the information in them is accessible elsewhere, so perhaps that does meet standard 8. I don't think that my documents particularly have distractions in them, nor did I use a lot of color that it would be difficult to understand if you could not see the color. So I think overall the documents I have done are reasonably good in terms of accessibility, but certainly not perfect.